You're right, James, I'll get it for you, mate.
On this episode of Grassroots Garage, we have James's 1965 Datsun Fairlady running an SR20 DET. This little roadster is absolutely perfect for a windy mountain road. Wind in your hair, ooh, sorry Pete, I mean wind over your bald head, and that SR20 on song. A few weeks ago, we caught up with James on a run out to Oberon with the AYR Road Hunters crew. What a lineup of machines. Cars like this getting driven is what we're all about.
So welcome to Grassroots Garage. So I got James. James, thanks for your time, man.
No worries, man.
Tell us about your car.
Alright, so it's a 1965 Datsun Fairlady Roadster, SR20 converted. I've had it for about, I'd say 4 years. It was just a shell. Came with the SR, but not fitted. Sat in the garage for a while, down on my workshop, and yeah, just got it on the road. This isn't it.
Yeah, man.
I pulled it, I'm like, oh no. Because I've raised the bonnet to let the heat out.
Yeah.
When last time I polished it, it just flicked polish.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like baked on there, you can't get it off.
It sits tall, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Alright. So what am I looking at?
S13 SR20. Yep. Pretty much standard. Okay. I got Gretty style manifold just to clear the steering column. Yeah, just pretty much standard ECU, standard 5-speed gearbox, custom tail shaft, standard diff.
So S13 gearbox.
S13 gearbox.
And then S13 diff.
No, so it's actually the Fairlady H190.
Diff. Okay.
Yeah, they're rated to roughly, I think about 270 newton meters of torque.
Okay.
And it matches perfectly. Like,
wow.
It's absolutely, yeah.
There you go. I was going to say you'd have to shorten. Yes, perfect, man. Stock drums in the back. Let's go there right now, yeah. So the engineer was happy with that?
Engineer preferred it, actually, because, you know, when you're stuffing around with putting something that was never in there, you know, you got to really look at it. And we even got to the point where I've got the Volvo 4-piston calipers. They're Nissan Altima rotors.
Yeah, that's what's on there. Volvo and Altima.
Yeah. So I was running that on a VH40 booster, and I kept failing engineering because it was locking. No weight in the car, and it was locking up way too easily. It wasn't getting. He was saying it wasn't just dipping into the brakes and getting enough weight over just grabbing them. So to pass, we ended up disconnecting the booster.
Wow. So
there's a booster in there, remote booster, but not used, and it feels so much better without the booster. I hate boosted cars. I like to feel the road.
What's this tiny little radiator here?
So that is a Honda CRX.
Yeah.
It is a very efficient radiator, and that's just an eBay special.
Yeah.
And it cools like ridiculously well.
So did you just Google the dimensions you need, and CRX just happened to be the one?
No. So these conversions are I wouldn't say very common, but a few guys in the States have done them.
Oh, sick.
And yeah, so obviously their conversions are different because they've got to do a whole lot more they've got to high mount their turbo on that. Because that's what we were saying, yeah. So you've G ready, right? It's a eBay special.
Of
But
that style.
of that style, yeah. Lifts it, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yep.
'Cause,
And then I had to remove the idle air control valve.
Yep.
But to fix that, some of the guys and I just drilled a 3mm hole in the butterfly. So
where would it have normally been?
the idle air,
Yeah.
it's underneath the. So see where that knuckle is?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where the idle, right where the. Yep.
Have you done? Is this a custom steering column as well?
It's full custom. So I did it custom steering column, collapsible.
I was going to say, yeah, because it wouldn't have been collapsible originally.
No, it was a depth spear. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But I was happy with the depth spear, but the engineer wasn't. So.
Nah, man, look, in this car here, you're in a lot of trouble. Just don't ever crash it, please, but it's one less thing.
Yeah.
So when you're saying, you're talking about this part here that's the collapsible bit, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so that's actually internal to the column.
And you've got this mad little steering wheel, like all business, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Momo Course 88, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep, supplied by my friends at Shyland Motorsport.
Yeah, sick. We'll tag them in.
Yeah.
Why not? And then you just so this is is it a custom dash, or you've gone?
So this is the bit that really ticks off the purists. That is the stock dash that I've modified to take the automated gauges.
Yes.
I can actually hear them screaming.
Get angry.
Yeah,
Get angry. Yeah.
Yeah.
So these holes here, these are factory.
They're factory.
Isn't it cool? It's like you've done like that weight reduction on the.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
A lot of people say, like, I got a few people saying, "Oh, you're putting speaker holes in here, and you don't put stereos in these cars."
Mate, you could fit 3 sets of 6-inch splits there. You could put a big subwoofer here,
Yeah, sick.
do some like beige leather interior, cream, like put some big chromies on it.
No.
So these fender mirrors, these aren't factory.
They're not factory, no. So these came door mirrors. You could get fender mirrors. Fender mirrors, I found, I love the look of fender mirrors. They're completely useless. They're just there for ornamental value.
These ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, because you can't get a good vision.
You can never set, like everyone that has fender mirrors know, they're just there for the look of it.
Yeah, because it's so far to there than to get the view behind you. It's like motorbike mirrors, mate. Just drive so fast that. So can you talk me through the perspex? How did that all?
Yeah, right. So I've always had a soft spot for the speedsters, the old school speedsters, and I don't know, the windscreen on this just they don't look in proportion, especially the next years after this. They called them high screen, where the windscreens were even higher, because like when I first got this on the road, the windscreen was right in my eye line, like the top of the windscreen. My head was still over the top.
Just tell me real quick about these little flares here. What's going on with this? What is this? This is the best.
Alright, so it may have had a little bit of poke and the engineer wasn't happy, so $5 at Bunnings got me some garden edging to pass rego.
Yeah, man. Sick.
So, it was only meant to be on there for 2 minutes, but I haven't bothered to take them off yet.
I love the look, eh? Yeah. Yeah, so cool. Yeah, I forgot to ask you about that. Yeah. This motor, where it's sitting here, have you had to do any modifications? How low are we talking underneath here to get it to fit? Because it sits quite proud, doesn't it?
Yeah, so I know in the States they do a lot of modifications to their cross members, but I just lifted it and pushed it back as far as I could, and it fit. It fit.
The bonnet just comes down?
The bonnet comes down, and we've raised the bonnet. People think that the bonnet's raised because the engine doesn't fit. We've raised it to let the heat out. Yeah,
the rotary style sort of thing where they give themselves, I'm
going to vent, because this is completely useless now, so now I'm going to vent out there, because I'd like the bonnet to be back down.
Okay, yeah, because you've got this here.
Yeah, that's all stock.
So the air can come in and then it'll go. You'll cut a hole and then send it up and out through there.
Send it out.
Sick, man. Yeah. Beautiful, dude. That's awesome. Intercooler's there. What turbo is it?
Just the stock.
Stocky. Yeah.
Little T25. Yep.
Sick.
Yep.
All right, let's go driving, man.
Cool.
Not since the rotor rod have I felt so exposed in a car. That's your glass. The road's just there. I could lean out and touch it, I reckon. Mate, welcome to the Fairlady. This is sick. Let's go, James. This is bad. Oh yeah, so good. driving up the Great Western Highway, up the hill. I just love driving up the hill. And we're about to go hit Hawksebury Road. There's two of my favourite roads. What is your favourite driving road?
Oh, the other week we out to Shooters Hill and out to Oberon for AYR Road Hunter. That road was magic, like absolutely magic. And driving this, following mate's TVR, and then he was following a D-type Jag replica. I don't think that could be matched. Yeah.
But both of which we're going to try and chase down, by the way. we went in spring when you went up, so it got colder and colder and colder, and then you went down into Oberon, which is colder again.
Yeah, and that that was an experience. You don't ever tell the story of when you drove to Oberon in your Golf, do you?
No, that's exactly right, man. Tell us about your first car.
First car was a 1985 Suzuki Sierra soft top.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, bought from Blue Mountains Mazda in Medlow Bath. Had a fuel gauge problem, and then Buddy was taking it to an auto electrician 2 days after I bought it and rolled it.
Oh, because they did roll, right? Cause they were like top-heavy sort of things?
Yeah, well, I've had 3 of them, and I've rolled 2 of them. It was fine. We got it back on the road. Like, we just literally pushed on its wheels. Yeah.
How good is it?
Yeah,
All
but
right.
from then on I started putting roll bars in them just to, just in case.
Yeah. For legal reasons, we won't discuss the roll.
Yeah, I was 17, so let's leave it at that.
Oh,
yeah.
mate, we all did it. Well, I didn't roll a car, but
From the Suzuki Sierra, which is a really cool car, I went to a 2000 model Lancer, which is terrible.
Just to have a reliable daily? Or
I don't know. I was going to do it up. I did a bit of interior on it, and then realised that what am I doing? So I went from there to an R33 GTST Skyline.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then went from that to a couple of Audis and an R32 GTR.
Mm-hmm.
And then my R32 got stolen from Novotel in Sydney, and insurance paid out on that, and that's what started the Datto dream.
So when did you get bitten by the Datto bug?
Look, I always liked them, and I always tinkered with cars and played with cars, but it was always out of reach to have. I always wanted like a real powerful, Datto 1200.
Right.
And so, when the GTR got stolen, I had enough money to buy myself a SR 1200, which recently just left us.
So you said that you'd always dreamed of owning a high horsepower Datsun 1200.
Yep.
And then you achieved that dream.
Yeah, that's right.
Now you've decided to move on to new toys.
I think a lot of the Datto guys know that you can't just stop at one. And at one stage there, probably until about a week ago, we had 13.
Oh, mate.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so and then I've just decided that I need to start consolidating the collection a bit. So a few of them on the chopping block, but yeah.
So if you're in the market for a car, how do we find these cars for sale?
Oh, you'll see them.
Yeah. I give you an unlimited budget. I give you a 10-car garage. What are you putting in it?
Right, so the first one is the car that's in the works at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the reason I'm getting rid of a lot of my toys, because I want to fund the ultimate project.
Yep.
But I'd say anything modern, probably Porsche GT3 RS.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not really into the newer cars. It would be something old. It'd be probably this here, but you know, maybe a bit more refined.
So this one's a keeper. You reckon this one's a forever car?
This
right.
one's a forever
Nice,
car.
yeah.
Although I did say that about the 1200 10 years.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yep.
So just give us a bit of info about the Ute.
So the green, the new project. It's a 1962 Datsun 320 single cab Ute. Yeah, that's going to be another SR. I can hear all the FJ guys losing it at the moment. Yeah, so that's another SR. That's full coilovers, custom everything. So, yeah.
Man.
Yep.
And we're getting attacked by galahs because we're out in the beautiful Australian bush. And if you look over my left shoulder, you might see a little Datsun 3.
No, that's another 320. Yeah.
320. Datsun 320 over the side there. And I can hear the guys from the Gutter to Gutter podcast. I can hear Shonky and Static just losing it over here. Shonky because it's an SR and both of them because it's a Datsun truck. In this dream garage, I'm not happy with my answers yet. So you've got the Fairlady, you've got the 320, the truck. You bought yourself a little Porsche GT3.
Yep.
Is that it? That's the whole garage? Come on, man.
God, no, God.
What else you got?
Right, so we've got a Morris J commercial milk fan.
Yeah?
Yep. Something maybe rotary, you know, something.
Like done like a Woody, or what are you going to do?
No, I think really patinaed, you know.
Yeah.
But that's something me and the wife we saw one at a hot rod show, and we're like, we would drop everything for that.
Yeah,
luckily she's into the cars as well. We actually got a Datsun U320, the dual cab 2-door, which there's rumours flying around. There was 100 made, there was 14 made, so whoever you talk to, but yeah, it's an extremely rare car, and that's hers.
Yeah, nice, yeah. So there's the dream garage. So what would you, in this dream scenario where you got your unlimited budget, what are you going to daily in?
Daily? Well, being a tradie, I'd say I'd have to have one of my Datsun trucks done up, so I can just jump in it, put some ladders on it, you know.
Done up as a daily?
Done up as a daily, but
daily.
It would have to be a real beater too.
Okay. Yeah, it'd be mad turning up in like an old beat up, or even in the milk van, you know, like
with
the ladders on top.
Yeah,
very cool. I know you're loving this car. That's James's beautiful little Datsun Fairlady. James, really appreciate your time, man.
No worries.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Don't forget to tag your bald mate who's due for a midlife crisis. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next one.